Hey everybody, Roger here. I want to talk to you guys today about this pretty sad story that came out of Phoenix, Arizona this morning. There is a 30-year-old woman right now who is in a medically induced coma after she had been shot in the head. I don't know her name. I don't think her name has been provided to the public yet. Another important caveat here, piece of information, is that she was 7 months pregnant. So they did manage to deliver the baby prematurely. It sounds to me as though the baby is alive, healthy, and okay. So, thoughts, positive energy over to that little baby, and hope everything is well with the baby. Also, the mother, for sure. 30-year-old woman. Now, the circumstances that led up to this woman being shot in the head are very odd and strange, and to me sound very incomplete. Police were responding, I think about 8:30 p.m. last night, Tuesday night, to a burglary in progress. And I don't know, there's not much details out there in regards to like how this burglary was reported or how it was suggested as a burglary call. I'm pretty sure somebody, the way that the police were responded was that somebody heard a shot and they think that was a burglary in progress. That's my assumption because they reported that the neighbors were they heard a gunshot, but then the police responded to a burglary. So, I mean, put two and two together, I really don't know. So anyways, the police respond 20 minutes later after that. They go into the house and find this woman shot in the head, and she was airlifted to hospital, and she is, again, in medically induced coma. Now, here is the very screwed up part that I don't get. A guy named Javier Figueroa, her boyfriend, is driving up to the house in her car with blood. And then the police see him. They notice he has blood. And he says, it was all an accident. There's not much more details than that regarding like his involvement with it, but they booked him, and I think they're charging him with 2 counts that they took him custody in for. So that's the thing. Okay, so he is claiming everything was an accident. I'm assuming this is how the story is. He probably gets in a fight with her, argument or whatever, shoots her in the head, freaks out, leaves. The neighbors, somebody calls, maybe him, I don't know. I would assume the neighbors call, they heard a gunshot. After watching the news footage, it looks like the neighbors were pretty concerned. Anyways, the people that were being interviewed seemed pretty concerned, so I'm pretty sure it was one of the neighbors that called. And the police show up. He shows up 20 minutes later in her vehicle. I think he went to go. There's no mention about where this weapon is. I'm pretty sure he left. Probably got that weapon taken back into the black market or something. When my best friend was murdered, his weapon ended up going. It was never found. Yeah, it's these kind of stories really piss me off. So that's what I think happened. You know, he left and he took his weapon, probably threw it under a river or gave it to somebody in the black market. I don't know what you fucking call it. I'm not involved in it. But getting it down back to where nobody's ever going to find the gun or shotgun or whatever he shot her with. I would assume a pistol. And then he comes back. He comes back in her vehicle with blood all over him. Okay, so Javier Figueroa, I've looked him up. He doesn't look like he has any of the records. He is 23. I don't want to be prejudging here either. There's no news report showing his residency status. But I would be amiss if I didn't include that in here as one of my assumptions as to these people thinking, just like one of the last stories I covered, the taco hat murderer, who murdered his wife at a fit of rage and kidnapped his 2 kids. I don't think nobody even knows where those 2 kids are at this point in time. Sad story there. Another sad one here. A baby gonna be parentless. And an accident? What led up to this accident? I'm pretty sure it was jealousy. Again, if there's one thing I know about Mexicans, being a Mexican myself, Jealousy up the fucking ass. We are so jealous. We are jealous assholes. And I can definitely say I was a jealous guy early in like my current relationship. I used to be a jealous, very, very jealous. You know, possessive, controlling, whatever. I don't know. And then I've eased off because I know it's a turnoff. I know being jealous is a turnoff. And these guys, well, this guy's 23. He's at the young age where he thinks being jealous is just all the rage. I don't know. I would assume that it's going to come out very soon if they're not trying to keep it hush-hush or hold it for so long to let the story die down that this guy's going to be turning out to be an illegal alien or somebody here on someone else's information. I don't know. You know, this is my assumption. You can make the case that he is illegal. And I don't think he would have turned himself in if he didn't drive up as the police were there. So this could have been another hit and run like the last Taco Hat murderer from like not even 2 weeks ago. I mean, people, Phoenix, this is ridiculous. There is no need. Okay, and again, I might be jumping to conclusions here, but I am going to be talking about illegal immigration. We don't need people coming into America. This is again where I say culture. We have a culture clash here. You should only be in America if you're going to assimilate as an American. You shouldn't be in America if you want to put all of your other machismo and all this other shit from your country or what you think is your heritage into this country. We have enough problems as it is with our current residents. We have enough problems as it is. We don't need any more brought in at the taxpayer expense, at the Americans' lives expense. So, yeah, this is just an incomplete video. I just wanted to give my 2 cents on it because, again, it's 2 weeks in a row here where we have a man murdering his pregnant wife. Two men in Phoenix in the last 2 weeks have murdered their pregnant wives. If there's not an epidemic on women, if there's not an epidemic or an attack on pregnant women, if there's not an attack on pregnant women in general and their babies and men and their egos from foreign countries, and again, that's yet to be resolved here if he is, then I don't know what to do in this point. All I can say is, my opinion is, we don't need more of it. We don't need more of it. Yeah, you guys can see I'm a minority, and I just don't give a fuck. I am an American first. I am an American. My values are to, and my tradition are to America and American people, and whether those American people are East Indian descent, Mexican descent, Puerto Rican descent, Caucasian descent, Irish descent, black descent, whatever, as long as you're American, I will stand by you. If you're a foreigner and you're coming in here and doing shit like this and killing people, and I don't know if she was illegal or not, that does not matter in this particular case. You killed somebody on American soil, a pregnant woman. Last Taco Hat murderer also did the same thing, and he fled with his 2 boys. And I really hope and pray that those kids are safe. I have not heard any update on that at all, and it's distressing. Those kids will never grow up to see their young sister. The mother was pregnant with a daughter. God, and I think she was 8 or 9 months pregnant. She was like right at the point of giving birth or something. How cold do you have to be to murder your wife and baby? You know, I have people who, in my family and friends, especially in my younger years, who I know that had this machismo mentality. And they think that it's just cool. Yeah, general machismo is fine. But this is extreme machismo, and it's dangerous. It's dangerous. We don't need that kind of shit here. And what we do have, okay, this guy, again, I don't think he turned himself in. But we'll get the full story here soon. You know, then we have like monsters like Luis Bracamontes earlier or last year when he killed 2 officers, almost killed a 3rd man, a 3rd bystander, being an ass to the families. if I could kill more cops, or saying shit like that about people, the families of the officers, and just sick. This is what your open borders Democrats want, people. This is why they say, oh no, their lives matter too. No, your life. Okay, here's my story about this whole all lives, black lives, Mexican lives, whatever lives matter. No, your life should only matter to yourself if you care enough to do what you want with it. Nobody else has to. You have to earn the respect of having your life matter. Like me, in my relationship, I would have to earn it. Like me at work, I would have to earn it. Just because I'm Mexican doesn't mean I need to get special treatment. I fucking don't need that shit at all. I have to earn my way just like everybody else. And granted, this is a world that's corrupt. There's not a lot of people who are earning their way. There are a lot of people cheating the system and take from other people and whatnot. But that's beyond the point. You as a general individual, it would be in your best interest to be a good soul, to know your worth, to provide your self-worth, and don't think that anybody else needs to be forced to like you or to think that your life matters. Your life matters only so much as you want to give out and give back to the world, not as you want to take. And all these matter movements, it's all about taking. It's all about pushing your presence on other people, whether willingly or unwillingly. It's just disgusting. Anyways, what are you guys' thoughts about this whole thing? I mean, it's very sad. I think we need more control. I think we need more control in regards to border control. Build that wall. Build that wall, Mr. Trump. Make America great and safe again. All these obstructionists currently with this new rape allegation when somebody's like, I don't know what, 38 years ago, and she can't recall anything, and she only wants to give a testimony if the FBI is gonna do. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this thing. All it is just delay shit after delay shit after delay shit. And you know what? I think the Democrats should be ashamed of themselves. They are preventing progress. They are attacking just general American people, and the people that think this is good, that Kavanaugh is being held to this extreme type of scrutiny. Is he going to get in trouble because his baby picture is him in a bathtub? I don't know. It seems like it's going to that kind of a level.
I jump in the bathtub. It's time to get all clean. I'll be the cleanest kid you've ever seen.
Why would anybody be surprised? But just when you think you've seen it all, he takes it to another limit. I think it was shameful. I think there's a course of action here. The committee should allow the investigation to go forward. The court should allow the case to go forward and let the due process work its will.
So yeah, let's stop being ridiculous. Let's start working together and knowing. Look, you can hate Trump all you want, but don't you want policies to pass? Don't you want certain things to pass? Don't you want work to get done? Don't you want your family and your friends and your American citizens to have prosperity? No, you prevent that when you're doing this. Anyways, that's my thought. What are you guys' thoughts? And hopefully send some good vibes and positive energy to this woman who got shot by this monster, and hope that justice prevails here. All right, guys. Peace out.
Why would anybody be surprised? But just when you think you've seen it all, he takes it to another limit. I think it was shameful.